And with that, I would like to move on to the next topics. Next topic here. Of course, we will also talk about the two free-to-play units who got an easy A during part 2, Horkyu and Buu and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We talked about their kits last time as well, but a lot of us haven't used them at that point in time. Now that some time has passed, why don't you, Gail, share your ups and downs with those units?
Yeah, of course, there wasn't that much to do in this part of the celebration, unfortunately. So I've been pretty much, spending time just using the units, kind of figuring out where they fit best. How do they compare to last year's free to play units as well in terms of utility and usability as well. Um, I think the Hercule Boo is probably by far my favorite free to play unit to come out of all of this whole celebration. I think because of the versatility he has, he's able to stack defense, has a chance to dodge, has damage reduction, and is a support unit as well. Of course, this is pre-exchange. I haven't been able to test him out fully, though. I want to test him out still in Legendary Goku event with a full Earthlings team. But I've been testing him out in Majin Buu SBR as well as Boss Rush, and he is really, really good. Um, he's able to tank quite a bit, and then of course, especially once he transforms, if you've stacked a lot, he's able to keep that defense as well. So overall, Hercule and Buu is probably one of the better free to play units we've gotten in the last couple of months for sure. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, on the other hand, is a bit more interesting in my opinion. I think he's really nice, but at the same time, I think, especially in long fights, I'm not sure on how he'll survive that long. But if for short term battles and, short to medium length battles, he'll be fantastic with his type effectiveness and his ability to support the team with his super class allies attack increase on his SA.
All right. Yeah, I totally agree. And I've seen, Nola, that you published a video today about those two units. Just as I said, if you guys don't follow our contributors, make sure to check out the description and you will find their Twitter accounts there so you can check out their YouTube accounts too. But yeah, let's get back to the topic. Nola, you have published a video about them, and the title was saying that the units are good. So yeah, why don't you go deeper into this?
Yeah, sure. So I think so the problem is when I put them on the team, I was again, I guess the comments were telling me that I should have put Boo up front, make sure I showcase him a little more. I wanted to get the damage out and try to beat the event I was running. Boo seems pretty good. In terms of like his defensive capabilities, but the thing was I didn't have a Goku or Hercule on rotation to really get the effective guard all the time. So I'm gonna have to redo another video and really dive deep into it. I see the potential in it though. For free to play cards, these are fantastic cards, absolutely. But again, if you have a box like I do, probably not your first option. So the Super Saiyan 3 Goku hits fairly hard for a free to play card. I think I put the Int Hercule on rotation with the powered down Spirit Bomb Goku, and he was hitting at attack stats of about 1.8 million, almost 1.9 million with the Spirit Bomb, with no Rainbow Orbs, because on my run I barely got any Rainbow Orbs. But yeah, he's very good. The downside I have to these particular cards is when they do the exchange mechanic, their link skills completely, or the link sets completely change. So, I mean, Hercule has one set, and then when he goes Boo, Boo's got, the Boo links and all that stuff. And then, of course, Super Saiyan 3 Goku over in a flash, right? Down to base form Goku. So, team building with exchange units or transform units have always been a little awkward because do you build them for the pre-transform state? Usually not, but then until you get them to transform, if you build the team around them when they get over in a flash or whatever links you're establishing as the main bridge to the team, it may be a little bit of a downside because the first like 5 turns no one's going to super, essentially. So I think the cards are really good. It's just to me, you probably want to run them specifically on the Majin Buu saga, where you can have secondary supports really hold the team together until they get to whatever state you want them in. and at that point, everyone can super and whatnot. But overall, I think they're very good. Yeah, the link skills are the only downside, in my opinion.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. As for me, you brought up a very important point here. I haven't finished those 2 units. Yeah, you might laugh, I know, but I have no incentive to run them as of right now, and that's why I pushed them back a little bit and grinded link levels instead, or used the money for the medals in the barbershop. Yeah, I was hoping that I would get a viable unit such as Goku and Gohan, the tech one, who supports Goku's family. But yeah, those 2 units are definitely not bad. So yeah, Ningen, have you tried out those 2 units? Can you tell us something?
Not a super amount. I've kind of really only used them I used them obviously for the Extreme Z area. And then when these first 2 were available, I did try them in Super Battle Road very briefly, which we talked about briefly in the last episode. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to add that hasn't been said already. I do think they're very solid. But I definitely have the same gripe as Nolar, because I thought it was quite a cool little rotation because they obviously made him Hercule and Boo for the different name. Running them with the Hercule together, they obviously link up super well, but then as soon as he exchanges into Boo, they don't link up very well at all. So it's a little bit annoying. But obviously I'm in a similar situation where whilst they are fun units to use, they're probably never going to make it onto any of my teams, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll just add on to the point that you mentioned, Sunblade. Like you mentioned Goku and Gohan and Vegeta and Trunks from last year. It also doesn't help that their categories are extremely limited, and and in the case of Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you have other options as well, be it in the future or existing options in AGL SSJ3 Goku and LR SSJ3 Goku. But yeah, for Hercule and Boo, the only saving grace is that in a future Earthlings and maybe a World Tournament team, he'll be really good. But that's only pre-transformation as well, like mentioned with the links changing.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yes, you brought up a good point there on the World Tournament team. Okay, yeah. The first topic and the second topic have one thing in common, and that's the unit super attack. Yeah, now that some days have passed, Goresh, what's your, well, quote unquote, the final verdict on the unit super attack system so far? Are you excited about it? Or yeah, tell us about your experiences.
I am excited about it. I think it's actually a really well designed mechanic, and the reason why I say that is because they don't have to make it like a make or break mechanic that would either make the unit good or bad, right? It's sort of just an additional thing that they can do. And it's not like you're talking about, LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, who literally can't transform like 95% of the time. So half of his unit is just like inaccessible to you most of the time. You take a look at this Vegeta that just came out. If you don't get his unit super attack, it's not it's barely noticeable, honestly. Sure, you would like to get it, but it's not going to make or break whether or not you clear a stage or not, like most of the time. So I think they shouldn't be hesitant to make the conditions for the unit super attack like just a little bit more stringent than transformations, because it's more important that you get transformations rather than these unit super attacks, because it's just an additional thing that they can do, not like if you don't get this, you're going to lose, right?
Yeah, what I have wished from the unit super attack system is that I have well, it's not the case with the Vegeta, because the whole passive focuses around the Goku unit, but for the future, I want an incentive to build the team a certain way so I can trigger the unit super attack. Maybe Frieza, well, I'm talking, yeah, nonsense stuff maybe here, but maybe we can get a unit super attack with Gohan or 17. So I have to include him on the team so I get that special boost in power. But, well, we will see about that. Frieza will probably get a unit super attack, but we will get back to him pretty soon. Okay.